I'm outside here, and how I'm testing this out is I've got the DJI in the hot shoe of my Sony ZV-E10 Mark II, and I'm gonna sync them up in post, because obviously this Godox does not go into a camera. It's kind of designed to go into phones. It's a perfect phone system. However, I don't have lightning, so I've been using this like iPad. So I just have the iPad sitting here next to the camera on a stand, recording in the Voice Memos app, and this is how we're testing this out, which is kind of nice because now I can kind of let you hear the difference between the Godox and the DJI, just so you can kind of have a glimpse of the sound comparisons between those two microphones. So test 1, 2, 3. This is the Godox microphone outside. Now there is noise canceling on, so let me just turn that off. There we go. It's green. So now I know the noise canceling is off. It was on intense, so it was on the best noise canceling you can get out of the thing. So test 1, 2, 3. This is now what it sounds like outside with no noise canceling on versus the DJI microphone. So we're gonna figure out what is in the box for this Godox kit. Now this one is the Lightning kit. However, they do have a USB-C kit. So depending on what device you have, this is obviously for the older Apple devices still with the Lightning, which I think they should get rid of that and just go all USB-C because that's where it's at. But you got the Godox. All right, when you open this first up, you're gonna have all your little cables back here. What this comes with is 2 little necklaces so that you can have like magnetized necklaces. You can wear them and then just magnetize a clip behind your shirt. That's really cool. I like these. A lot of different microphones are starting to come with those, which is cool. And of course your cables to charge the case, which this one is a USB-C to USB-A. So you got all those nice. This thing is super small, and I mean that's how small this kit is. It's really perfect. It is pocket size. You push it out, you can see all the lights right on the back. You pull it out, you got your receiver and your 2 microphones just right there inside the case. You can snap them out. There's a magnet on the back side of the things, and there is like branding. That's the only downside, but I think maybe they have some stickers that you can include to get rid of that. But anyway, so and then you got a little lightning adapter here, and it's a really great little small compact design. Then they got the wind muffs that just snap right on top of those, and then you have the clips. So if you want to clip them on versus magnetizing them on, right here, and then you can just obviously clip the microphone right to your shirt. So they got options, and they even have a little SIM card like remover in here. Not exactly sure why you need that, but it's there in case you want to remove that SIM card, which all newer phones also don't even have SIM cards. So these microphones are tiny. But yeah, you got regular magnet or clip. Nifty. Nifty, nifty. Oh, I thought there was. So at the bottom of the box, after you have your manuals, they come with little stickers. And why in the world would you want emoji style stickers? I don't know. I would just want plain black stickers. There's no plain black. I wish there was like plain black ones, but oh well, you probably could just take some gaff tape and stick it right over top of those. See how these wind muffs work. It's a really great design. Like, that's not going anywhere. I like how it like wraps around, but you still have access to press the buttons on the side. They have like little indents for the buttons, so you can still press your noise canceling buttons and power buttons and stuff. It's cool. Very cool design, Godox. Very clever. But all that's fine and dandy, but that's what comes with a kit. Let's go, and test it out, We got a little bit of preview in the beginning, but let's fully test this system out. One thing we're going to do here is we're going to test the audio. So I want to give you guys an example of what this is actually going to, how this is going to improve is if you're based solely on your phone or your iPad or whatever you're plugging into as far as this is concerned. Now, if you do have the USB-C version, you can even use this to plug into your computer's webcam. But for today's purposes, I've got a Lightning iPad that I'm going to be testing everything with because I have the new USB-C phone, and once again, these adapters, this is the only one I have with this particular kit. So here's what we're gonna do. Opening voice memo, I'm gonna go ahead and record. So test 1, 2, 3. This is what the built-in microphone for the iPad would sound like. Now, mind you, I'm standing like right in front of it. If I walk away, all the way over here, I'm sure that the audio is gonna sound much different and probably a lot worse. But, you know, that's that. Now we're going to pause this recording and we're going to go ahead and plug in the Godox. So, link here. And the cool thing about the Godox is if it's turned on and you have this, your microphone turned on, both your microphone will glow green and you'll see which TX receiver is green. So on this one is, there's one light glowing green solid, and then the other one for TX2 is still flashing, which means it's not plugged in or turned on, and it's still sitting over here in the charging case. So anyway, now that this is all plugged into the iPad, it's using this. I'm going to go ahead and resume, and we're now going to do another microphone test. So now I am talking into the Godox microphone into the iPad. Test 1, 2, 3. As you can see, if I walk all the way over here, the audio shouldn't change as far as levels go because, once again, I'm wearing this microphone. So I can walk all the way around here. It's not going to change the sound or difference between the device, obviously, because the microphone is on me. Now we're going to do, I mean, it's not going to really be effective in here, but you know, when you press the noise canceling, when noise canceling is on, the LED light turns orange. And so the interesting thing will be how much does it really affect the noise canceling. One, how much noise canceling is applied, and two, does my voice sound normal? So those are two things that we're going to be looking for in this, and when we go outside, it'll be a better test of that. But this is just in this room consolidated. There's an application for this. Let's open up the app. So now you can see right here, test 1, 2, there we go. The waveforms are moving, so you can actually see what your waveforms are like. You can control the volume, and you can do this through the app that they have for the iPad or your phone. And they also have an Android version. So they got this all covered, and it tells you the percentage. So it's interesting. It's been sitting in the charging case, but it's still at 69%. So, and if I were to pull number 2 out, and turn it on, it would then recognize that. 1, 2, 3, and then it should get, yeah, and then this one goes, now this one has an 80% battery life, and you can see as well that it moves because they're in a stereo pair, so that this controls the volume for both, but I don't need that one, so I'm turning it back off and putting it in the case. The app is really nice. You can see denoise. You can control your denoise level. So as you can see right now, denoise is set to intense, so it's the highest denoise possible. You can even set it to gentle, so it's not as crazy. It shouldn't affect the voice as much. And of course, we can turn it off, and then right when you hit off, you can see that the LED light goes to green because it means that there's no denoise on at all. But we can turn it back to gentle, which should give some noise reduction, but not affect the voice as much. So I do that. I think it's pretty cool. Loudspeaker on or off. So if you got a loud person, you can turn it on to get more gain control. If they're kind of soft-spoken, you can turn that off so that you can get more gain out of your microphone. So if you have somebody who speaks really softly, then you probably would just turn that off. But I think that's cool. The app is really intuitive and really easy. You kind of need the app to set your volume level initially, but from then on, you just kind of leave it there if that's the same device you're plugging into, and you can do it that way. So anyway, let's get outside and test this in an outdoor setting. And now that you've seen the app, you've seen how it kind of works, and we can see how the system works outside. So now what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and do a distance test, so you can get a glimpse of not only what it sounds like outdoors, but kind of how far away you can walk away from your phone or your little receiver. This thing is tiny, so I'm not expecting a great like connection here. So this is my back is facing the camera now, and I'm gonna go to about, I don't know, 5, 10, 15, this is about 20 feet away. So this is 20 feet away from the setup. We're gonna be testing this. I'm gonna walk all the way down the street here. And you know, like I said, most systems, when you test this out, you're gonna get some breakup when your back is facing towards your camera. So now I'm 10, 15, 20, 25, it's about 30 to 40 feet away. And the next thing about this system though is the wind muff design. I really like how it like wraps around this, and you know, I'm talking to you to the camera, like, you know, you can actually hear or see what I'm doing, but it's like a rubbery design that like wraps around the thing, and it's so, like, if you look at my shirt, it's just, man, it is really small, especially when you compare it to this DJI. So I mean, it's kind of impressive. All right, so I'm like, you know, 100 feet away from this thing, maybe, I don't know. I'm getting really far. So, and my back is facing the camera now, so I'm assuming there's some breakups happening here, but we'll see what happens, how bad it is. Test 1, 2, 3. If you guys can see me, I'm all the way over here. La la la. Test 1, 2, 3. Test. How is the distance on this thing? Test 1, 2, 3. Test. 1, 2, 3. And now I'm facing back towards the camera again, well over 100 feet away. So, you know, there's definitely gonna be some breakups here, I'm assuming, at this distance. But hey, you know, if it's still working this far away, kudos to this Godox system. You know, pretty good stuff. Pretty good stuff. Like, pretty there. You know, Hotshoe, but that's very sweet in such a small little case. Testing 1, 2, 3. Like I said, this is made for lightning devices. This one specifically, but they do sell this system as a USB-C, which would give you a lot more adaptability to various devices. I wish they would just put like this where you could hook it up to, you know, a camera too. I think this is a, you know, people want a small discrete system like this. I'm like 200 feet away from the camera, but I'm about to walk. There's no way. I'm breaking up right here. I'd be breaking up my back facing. Now I'm facing the camera again, and I'm like well over 150, 200 feet away. I don't know if you can even hear me right now. I'm never gonna be this far away from it. So I'm gonna be walking back now. So yeah, this system is very impressive. All right, and now we're back right in front. Whew, how was that? Did it get pretty far? I'm very curious myself. We'll have to see later in post. But look at the size comparison versus DJI mic, Godox. This thing is tiny. It's perfect. The little charging case that can just slip right in, pull out, charge. To keep them charged up. You close it, throw it in your pocket, and boom. It's super easy. Great design. USB-C charge. Little lights to indicate how much charge is on it. Godox did a really great job with this system. It's literally the size of like an old stick of gum or something. I don't know. Anyways, great system. I think the quality of the audio is actually pretty decent for what you get. You can EQ it up and make it sound even better. So yeah, if you're in the market for a small portable system that you can use with your cell phone, this is one to definitely consider, especially with the size. Did you like this video? Hey, hit that like and subscribe button. I do more videos like microphone reviews, but also a lot of stuff for Sony. I'm seriously getting more into Sony. This is my ZV-E10 Mark II, and I'm going to be going to town on content on this particular camera and this lens combo that I'm using right now. So stay tuned, like, subscribe, do all the fun YouTube things, and you guys know that I will see you in the future.